Welcome to segment number 5 of our Thanksgiving Day special 2019 edition. We're going to play Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the DOS. Let's see how we do. Alright, we just finished playing Wheel of Fortune featuring Vanna White for the DOS, and we won $3,000 because we lost the bonus round, but that's okay. Start the game. We'll go with that one. There we go, that's better.
Hi everyone and welcome to Jeopardy.
Thank you. We're taking on James Thornton from Ogden, Utah. He's a computer technician. And we have Amy Meyer from Seattle, Washington. She's a lawyer. So let's play. I'll put the dollar figures up on the board. And we have these 6 categories to play with. They are sports trivia, 5-letter words, the Bible, actors and roles, Peter Pan, and finally, trivia. Alright. Oh, we have a Peter Pan category, huh? Well, I'm going to start things off with actors and roles for 100. And the answer is, he played Waldo's Uncle Quincy in cartoons and James Dean's dad in Rebel Without a Cause. Who is... what's his name? Jim Backus.
That's it.
I'll have actors and roles for 200, please. Video in which Michael Jackson played a zombie and a werewolf. What is Thriller?
Yes.
Actors and roles for 300, please. In 1990, the hunt was on for this Soviet ship skippered by Sean Connery. What is the Red October?
That's it.
Let's have actors and roles for 400. Actor who stopped the show in Showboat with Old Man River. It was Paul Robeson. Paul Robeson. Alright. I'll have actors and roles for 500. The blonde preferred in the film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Who is Alice Faye?
No.
No, it wasn't Alice Faye. Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's alright. It's just the beginning. Next. Peter Pan! For 100. In the original play, he threw himself overboard into the waiting jaws of the crocodile. Who is Captain Hook?
Right.
Pizza Pad for 200. Leonard Maltin says this studio's 1953 film was the first time Peter wasn't played by a girl. What is Walt Disney?
You are correct.
Pizza Pad for 300. Peter ran away from home so he wouldn't have to do this. What is grow up?
You are correct.
Pizza Pad for 400. And I sniped the lead away from Amy for right now. Here we go. She tricked the boys into Never Never Land into shooting down Wendy, who is Tinkerbell.
You are correct.
Pizza Pad for 500. Ferocious floral name of the Indian princess. What is Tiger Lily?
You are correct.
Ran the entire Peter Pan category. We're up to $1,600. We're 2. How about the Bible for 100? Some biblical scholars believe it was an orange or a quince, or possibly an apricot. What was the apple?
Yes.
Okay. The Bible for 200. On the way to Heron, he stopped to sleep using rocks for pillows. Moses?
No.
It's not Moses. Jacob.
Correct.
1. Alright, next clue, Amy. Where are we going? We're going to the Bible for 300. According to the 10 Commandments, making this type of image is a no-no. This type of image. Graven?
Yes.
Uh-huh. The Bible 400. Not counting the serpent, the third person to whom God spoke directly. Okay, it was Cain. Alright. The tropical version of this Mattel boyfriend wears flowered trunks and comes with his own lei. Who is Ken?
Right.
Alright. I'd like trivia for 200, please. During the Renaissance, these criminals were known as corsairs. What are these criminals? What are gypsies? No.
No.
Pirates.
You are correct. This first black heavyweight champion of the world was often billed as Little Arthur. Joe Louis. No.
Joe Louis. It was Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson. Okay. Next clue. A monastery run by an abbot or a convent run by an abbess. That's not 5 letters long!
No.
It's an abbey. Abbey. Alright. This car company's crew plant in Mulliner Park works by the public admit the public by appointment. Rolls Royce?
Correct.
Yep. Rulers of ancient China read books made from strips of this plant. What is bamboo?
That's it.
Okay, we're going to go with 5-letter words for 200. This adjective can describe unrefined table manners or unrefined oil. What is crude?
Right.
We go 5-letter words for 300, please. This word can precede plant, tool, or of attorney. What is power?
That's it.
Like 5-letter words for 300, please. An archaic interjection used to express surprise. It still means to wed. Marry, yeah.
You are correct.
Until the Speedway was built in 1959, the auto races were held on this Florida beach. What is Daytona Beach?
Right.
I'd like sports trivia for 200, please. In 1927, the Toronto St. Patrick's took this more botanical name. Who are the Maple Leafs?
That's it.
I'd like sports trivia for 300, please. Field position in baseball in which one can get knocked out of the box. What is a pitcher?
That's it.
Got it! Yay! I'll have sports trivia for 400, please. In one day, May 25th, 1935, he equaled or broke 4 track and field world records. Who is Jesse Owens?
Right.
I'd like sports trivia for 500, please. See that clue. Daily double. And I have 3,600. How much do I want to put at risk? $900. Alright, here's the clue in sports trivia. Oreo cookie eater whose Palm Springs LPGA tournament is sponsored by Nabisco. Who is Dinah Shore?
You are
She's the
correct.
one! I'll have the Bible for 500, please. Frankincense and this other perfume are mentioned in Matthew chapter 2, verse 11. What is myrrh? Right. Let's go ahead and look at that last clue. You might find one of these animals in a litter box. What is a kitty?
That's it.
There we go. So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I have $5,500. James and Amy are tied at $700 apiece. So let's go ahead and play Double Jeopardy. Dollar values are double, 2 daily doubles up on the board, and tougher clues. Let's see if the categories sound just as tough. The Old Testament. Oh, that one's not too bad. All That Jazz. 4-letter words. Nice ones. We had 5-letter words in the Jeopardy round. Now we have 4-letter words. Books and authors. Nuclear physics. And finally, we'll close it out with rabbits. Okay. Here we go. Let's start. James, you go first. Rabbits for 200. It's an enclosure for rabbits, as Starsky could tell you. What is a hutch?
You are
I'll have
correct.
rabbits for 400, please. Despite its name, the jackrabbit isn't a true rabbit. It's one of these. What is a hare?
Right.
I'll have rabbits for 600, please. Daily double. Still out front, and I have 6,100. Let's go for 3,900. All right, for an even $10,000, here's the clue in rabbits. This English author created Peter Rabbit, Benjamin Bunny, and the Flopsy Bunnies. Who is Beatrix Potter?
That's it.
$10,000 is where we stand right now. Rabbits, 800. These wild North American rabbits are named for the fur on the underside of their tails. What are cottontails?
You are
And
correct.
I'd like rabbits for 1,000, please. Look at that money I have right now, $10,800. Rabbits were introduced to this continent in the 19th century and soon overran it. I'm going to give this one to Amy. Is it Australia?
You are correct.
It is indeed Australia, correct. She takes second place to herself, but she still trails me by quite a margin. Here we go. Next category will be 4-letter words for 200. Besides your passport, you'll need one of these documents to visit China. What is a visa?
You are correct.
I'd like 4-letter words for 400, please. The name of this extinct bird is a musical note said twice. What is the dodo?
Correct.
I'd like 4-letter words for 600, please. Men are 20 times more likely than women to get this disease that can be a real pain in the big toe. What is gout?
Correct.
I'd like 4-letter words for 800, please. I have $12,000 right now in front of me. A great blow, or a great blowout. What is a puff?
No.
Yeah. Too bad. A bang.
No.
That's wrong too.
No, everybody missed out on that one.
No.
It's a bash. A bash. Okay. Let's close out 4-letter words for 1,000. Henry Ford said that history is more or less this. Bunk.
Correct.
That's right. Okay, so Amy's right. She's at 1,900, and she makes the next selection as we continue. Old Testament for 200. Of the 150 of these, 73 are said to have been written by David. What are Psalms? Oops. Almost spelled it there, but we got it.
You are correct.
I'd like Old Testament for 400, please. In the first month of their second year in the desert, Moses and the people celebrated this holiday. What is Passover?
Right.
I'd like Old Testament particular, please. In this fourth book of the Bible, thirst, starvation, and stoning are punishments for adultery. What is Numbers?
No.
Genesis?
No.
No, Genesis is the first book of the Bible. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. I thought Numbers was the fourth book.
No.
Deuteronomy. That's okay. Oh well. Both Micah and this prophet wrote, "And they shall beat their swords into plowshares." Plowshares, however you say it. Either way. Is it Isaiah?
Correct.
Isaiah. That's right. Okay, next clue. King Darius of Persia contributed to the rebuilding of this Jerusalem structure. The wall?
No.
Nope. Nope.
No.
I'm gonna stay put. Looking for the temple. The temple. Alright. Let's go with all that jazz for 200. Instrument Satchmo played. What is the trumpet? Oh wait, it wasn't my selection, it was Amy's selection.
You are correct.
I'd like all that jazz for 400, please. As Duke Ellington wrote, "It don't mean a thing if it ain't got this." What is swing?
You are
I'd like all
correct.
that jazz for 200, please. Scott Joplin's brand of music, it brought jazz out of the fancy houses. What is ragtime?
Yes.
I'd like all that jazz for 800, please. In 1924, Paul Whiteman introduced this first Gershwin concert jazz piece. What is Rhapsody in Blue?
Correct.
I'd like all that jazz for 1,000. Mel and Ella excel at this, singing meaningless syllables instead of words. What is scatting?
Correct.
Well done in the jazz category. $14,200. We have 2 categories left. I'd like books and authors for 200, please. He wrote a novel called The Great American Novel a few years after Portnoy's Complaint. That's Philip Roth. Books and authors, 400, please. This author of Brave New World was the great nephew of the poet Matthew Arnold. Who is Aldous Huxley?
That's it.
Let's have books and authors for 600, please. For a time in his youth, Truman Capote lived next to this author of To Kill a Mockingbird. Who is Harper Lee?
You are
I'd
correct.
like books and authors for 800, please. He served as a U.S. consul in Germany and Scotland after he wrote The Luck of Roaring Camp. Bret Hart?
Correct.
One. Okay, we have 6 clues left, Amy. Where are we going? Almost all of an atom's mass is contained within this. What is the nucleus?
Right.
Let's have nuclear physics for 400, please. If present use continues, the 235 isotope of this element will become scarce during the 1990s. What is uranium?
Correct.
I'd like nuclear physics for 600, please. Double. Let's do 1200. Alright. Here's the clue in nuclear physics. Also called an atomic pile, it produces and controls nuclear energy at the power plant. I don't have a clue on this one.
No.
It's the reactor. Reactor, but that's okay. I didn't lose too much money. We'll go with nuclear physics for 800. Energy used in Star Trek torpedoes, released when an excited electron drops back down. A phylon?
No.
I don't know. I don't think that computer player is going to be around for Final Jeopardy. The way he's going. It's a photon. Photon. Let's go ahead and head back to books and authors for 1,000. Let's get that clue out of the way. The French gave us this author of Ethan Frome, the Legion of Honor for World War I aid to the Allies. I'll go for it and say who is Ernest Hemingway.
No.
It is not Ernest Hemingway, no. Thought it might have been him because he had a lot to do with World War I. Was it Edith Wharton?
That's it.
He's one. And James, if you want to be around for Final Jeopardy, you're going to have to get this last clue right in nuclear physics. Here it is. Country in which Hahn and Strassmann first split the atom. I'll buzz in on this one. What is Germany?
Correct.
It is indeed Germany. So I have 14,600. Amy, 1,100, and James, you're going home because you have minus 700.
Here is today's Final Jeopardy category.
Cooking. Cooking is the category. I'm going to do just 1,400. Let's Let's look at the wager.
Final Jeopardy answer.
Crunchy little balls in French. These are often made of seafood. I don't know. Croquettes. So I'm wrong. I dropped the 13,200. Amy's right. She doubles her money. Well, I did all right. So I win with $13,200. Like I said, I didn't do too badly this time. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to call it apart for this segment. And I'm going to be back for that next one coming up right after this. Don't go away.